If you're like me and you do some productivity on your iPad 2 or 3, you need to check out the rest of this video to see how the Belkin YourType Folio performs. This video is sponsored by Editor's Keys. For a great selection of video editing and recording products, visit editorskeys.com. So this is the YourType Folio Plus keyboard from Belkin. Works with the iPad 2 or iPad 3, and you can see from the front of this sort of design of the packaging that it connects via Bluetooth, and it's got a rather unique function to it. Normally these folio cases that have a keyboard have the keyboard built into the case. This one's a little bit different because it has a removable keyboard. Let's have a look around the back of the packaging. You can see here we've got multiple viewing angles, and we've also got a tab closure, and it includes a USB to micro USB charging cable. Also got little cutouts on the packaging as well, so you can at retail level at least get to feel the sort of quality of the product without opening it up. But that's what this review is all about. I'm going to show you this close up and personal so you get to see whether you think it's worth the money. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is the presentation when you take it out of the packaging. It's not great, but we can overlook that. What we've got here is a very long charging cable, and this is good and bad for a couple of reasons. The good reason is it means that it's very easy to charge. Maybe you're using a desktop to charge it or a wall socket and you need a long cable. The bad part of it is that a case is sort of for portable use. I wouldn't want to be carrying this around if I was going on holiday. I'd want a shorter cable as well. That said, I can overlook that and I can forgive it for including forgive Belkin for including a long cable. So this is the detachable keyboard. This is really rather nice. It's very well made. Very nice grade plastic. Nicely spaced keys. Chiclet style keys as well. And you can see up the top of the keyboard we've got all of the various media keys as well for shortcuts to various media functions. But the actual typing ability of this is very, very nice indeed. It's one of the best keyboards I've actually used for a long time. It gives such a responsive feedback when you're typing. I think you'll be very pleased. I also like the addition of the up, down, left and right arrows in this bottom corner. Now let's have a look around at the keyboard itself. There's an on-off button here, which we can power the keyboard on or off, and we've got an LED indicator light on the left hand side. On this side here it's completely clear, on this side here it's completely clear, and on this side here the only thing we've got is the micro USB charging socket. So it's very, very thin profile keyboard. There is some sort of grippy rubberized sections on the bottom, and also these rougher sections which help it grip to the case. So let's pop the keyboard down to one side and we'll have a look at the case itself. Now on the case itself we've got a nice little closure mechanism here, and it's a magnet closure, but it is a bit sort of hit and miss. It still closes, but it's just not very well aligned. The actual material used for the case is okay, but you can see here it's already picking up some sort of dust, so not a great sort of material. It does show marks and dust quite a bit. Round on the back we've got a cutout for the speaker and the Belkin logo, and also the camera, but I'll show you those again once the iPad is in the case. Open it up, we've got a quick install guide. This is great and it shows you how to get the keyboard paired with your iPad and how to position it in the case and get the various viewing angles. So nice that they include the quick install guide. And we've also got this very, very soft material here. So nice soft material. You're not going to get any scratches at all on your device. So what I'm going to do now is get my iPad 3 or new iPad, and we're going to pop this into the case like so. I didn't hit that lock rotation switch. You're going to have to get used to this screen rotating round while I push it into the case. And it's a nice snug fit, which it needs to be. And once we're in there, we can close this around the iPad. So nice tight fit. And then we're just going to tuck this in under the iPad like so. And we are in. So that is everything in. So here we go. Let's have a look at what this looks like closed. So let's close the case and we'll put that magnetic closure around. Now you can see it's picked up even more dust whilst I've been just doing that a little bit, and this still moves around, so not too keen on that. Full protection on the front, full protection on the hinge. Top edge, we've still got access to all of the ports and that sleep wake button. This edge, we've still got access to the volume up and down, lock rotation switch, and also the camera. We've got that cutout that I showed you earlier for the speaker. Now on the back of the case, this looks like a pocket, but it is not a pocket. It's just the design of the case. Let's open this up, and you can see that it doesn't support the sleep wake function. That is a shame on a modern day case. I would have hoped it would. Does the magnet do anything? No, it doesn't. So a shame that it doesn't support that. But anyway, let's have a look at the keyboard functions. So we're going to place the keyboard here. There's a little keyboard symbol which says place keyboard here please. So we can do that, and then we can stand the iPad up at various angles. So I'm sure you can just about see that, a very upright position for the iPad at the moment. But what we can do is we can grab this keyboard off and we can place it further down, and then we can position the iPad at that angle, or we can move it even further down. So if we want to go to the extreme and place the keyboard off the edge of the case, we can go down to a very laid back angle. That's a really nice typing angle actually, because it isn't too upright. And I like the multiple angles because it means that if you are getting reflections on the screen of your device, you can change the angle very easily. Something else I really like is the fact that this has got the grippy sort of Velcro bits on, so it will sort of stay in position very nicely. I'm really moving that and it really does grip to the case. So overall, the case from Belkin here, the YourType Folio, is a very good choice. It offers up a nice amount of protection. It has got some issues with showing dust and fingerprints, and not too keen on that magnetic closure, but overall the keyboard quality wins it for me. This is one of the best keyboards I've used on this type of case, and the fact that it's removable means that you could leave it behind if you weren't going to use it. It's going to cost you £74 in the UK, or around about $85 if you're in the US. This is the Belkin YourType Folio case for the iPad 2 or the iPad 3. Thank you very much for watching. If you've liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel as well, and I will see you all in the next one.